Hey, this is Taylor with Believe in the Run.
And Reese with Believe in the Run.
And we are here today with Henny. He's the head of footwear at On. Very instrumental in very valiant recent success with On the trail. In the Love Ultra campaign, some great shoes that came out of that. Before we get into this, congratulations on that, and how are we coming out of that? Like,
we loved the Cloud Ultra Pro. So I think like that was, for us, we decided that was like On's like first real trail shoe. So like, yeah, I'm excited to hear from you about like your energy that you're bringing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's a big team behind, like there's a lot of passionate trail runners. It's Switzerland, right? We're close to the Alps. We started, that was 3 years ago, when this whole team got built and started On. We said we're gonna rehaul the whole strategy for our trail division from scratch. So we took every single shoe and reworked them into a different development creation process together with athletes and testing. And the first shoe was actually the Cloud Ultra Pro. So shoe creation takes 2 years. We started 3 years ago, so make the math like that. Cloud Ultra Pro is the first one in the pipeline. The Cloud Ultra 3 is the one that came right after in July. And the Soma is the third one that is coming in now in spring, summer 26, which is a super interesting concept. But
yeah. I mean, and I just want to like celebrate a little bit more on the Cloud Ultra Pro, Cloud Ultra 3. Oh, is that for us to show? Yes.
There you go.
Look at this.
In from the sideline.
Beautiful blue new colorway.
Fresh.
I mean, last year walking around the show and this year walking around the show, I have to admit I'm a little underwhelmed in terms of overall innovation, but this is one of the shoes that has really kind of changed things. This is a truly innovative shoe and one of the only in the industry, honestly, on the trail side that has new, exciting tech. So can you talk over the Cloud Ultra Pro a little bit, and when do we get to see this colorway?
Absolutely. This colorway is in 26, so it's just an update on the color on the what you had seen launched in Western States last year in July. And first of all, thank you so much. Like I love the passion, how you described it. It's like the first thing that drove this team is passion. So we had the first prototypes in. The team was already doing 50 kilometers, with the 50 kilometers would be 20-something miles.
Around
already on the weekend. By the Monday, we would have the shoe already run 50 kilometers.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool. Like,
just can't take it off.
Yeah. So this shoe is built, so we use Helium HF dual layer construction. So that's our high perform. So it's like the super foam, as the industry terms. But we do a soft plated construction, so it has a plate inside, but it's not a carbon plate. We have tested several different compounds of plate, I think up to 8 different plates. We find several ways how you can make a plate break halfway through the trail. But eventually we arrived to this compound. We tested with carbon plating, but we figured on uphill motion is not the best, wears out your calves a bit too much, and it's hard to bend the shoe, especially when you're on uphill, steep terrain, some of the trails in Europe are. So dual layer, high perform, soft plated, so it's a nylon based plate, fiberglass. The upper is super interesting. We worked a lot to get the perfect fit of the last. So the last is very snug athletic fit on the midfoot and heel, but roomy on the toe area. But the material is zero stretch. So we worked a lot on getting the last fit perfect, and then do a zero stretch upper that you can lock yourself in as much as you want, based on the lacing, how you want to tie it.
Yeah, and to speak to the upper a little bit of like, you prefer a snug, very snug shoe. I'm okay with having a little more room, and it fit both of us really well. So it's hitting a lot of people. And it's fun actually hearing about this shoe from you as a designer. Last year we heard it from Jeff Colt as primarily a user. I know he was instrumental in this coming to life too. So it's fun to hear both sides. So when we take this kind of tech, this kind of like high, as you will, how is this going to move forward into some other product?
The trickle down.
Yeah, absolutely. We have actually here as well the Ultra 3, which is also launched already. It's available in the market since July. It's the little brother of the Ultra. So the upper material is the same construction, the top layer of the midsole is the same material, the design of the plate, the engineering, the outsole is all engineered the same way. But that one is a little bit more democratic. So this is a super shoe, it's a racing tool. That one it can be your daily trainer, or it can be since it's a bit more stable, a little lower to the ground, and the 2-layer foam is slightly firmer, it gives you more stability. So like you could do more technical trails.
Yes,
you could opt for
absolutely.
that tool as an option tool.
Yep.
I mean, that being said, this won Hard Rock 100, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's done some pretty technical trails,
does.
and
Among many other.
and like a big 100 that someone's on their feet for a really long time. So it's
Yeah.
like pretty outstanding that something that has a plate in it that is performance oriented is still comfortable enough for someone to wear for like hours and hours on end.
And that was the mindset of the creation. If you look at the rocker construction, the way it's built, if I may, the rocker construction and how engineered the cloud system, so it supports on the cushioning, like from heel to toe transition, but also side stability. So the side walls are slightly firmer. The inside, if you see the cavities through, the inside is a little wider. So it means you sink into the shoe and not wobble into the sides. But the way they engineer the rocker, and that's what took us probably the most effort on the creation, was how do you make it perfect? Because the ultra running, you're gonna end up tired. Every terrain, you're gonna land here, you're gonna land midfoot, you're gonna land half side foot, you're gonna land forefoot. So it's like that shoe rolls you in back into your gait at any way you hit it. So
Efficiency is the one where that,
Yeah,
like,
I know.
if you do a highlight of like a word search on a review, efficiency just came through so many times on this shoe. So when you have a shoe like this, and we have another shoe that we're gonna be seeing here really soon, how do you follow that up in terms of performance when you have this as such a highlight, and now we have a brand new model? Like, can we talk about that one here?
And absolutely, and this is what we say about the rotation. Like you have the Ultra Pro, you're a racer. You have the Ultra 3, you can race on it, or is you're like good trainer. But those shoes are taking you fast to the next level. Like you put the distance, put the mileage in. But also interesting to add a new shoe to the rotation, which is the Cloud Soma. And that's built. This is the first time we're building this way of constructing the midsole from On. And it's a new tech for us, and we believe it's a new tech for overall the industry.
So no holes. No holes at all.
Interesting, because if you think about Cloud Tech, what is it? It's an engineering of the midsole. So it's like the way you engineer the midsole. So here we did the engineering of this midsole in a different way, but without the whole execution, but with we call it the pistons. It's almost, so the way this shoe is built, this is a Helium HF foam. So this is a supercritical foam.
Which is the same. Is it the same foam?
The same foam that you would see on the top layer of the bottom layer of the Ultra and the top layer of the Ultra 3.
Great.
Interesting.
So
And it's the
same
whole,
family of foam.
Whole thing
Yes.
is that okay?
But what we did very interesting here is that those, imagine like these pillars or pistons, however you call it, they are all individual, moving independently on an individual basis. What happens on the top of the midsole, I mean, if I could tear this shoe apart, the top of the midsole looks like this as well, and has these channels as well. So from the sidewall inside is very thin.
Yeah.
So all these elements, they move independently. What does that do? That reads the ground you're running on and transforms that to the bottom of your foot. So if you look at the bottom of your foot, so for the studies from biomechanics and sports science in the foot, there's a lot of receptors on the bottom of your foot. What this shoe does is like, we call it awareness. You know, it's the opposite of you are in the noise canceling, running and forgetting where you are. This shoe should bring you back to that forest trail where you are in. And you're in the forest, you're running in, you're listening to the birds, and you're aware where you're running because you can feel on your foot the transition on the
grounding
terrain.
Experience.
Exactly.
Yeah, because most of the nerves, I mean, you have so many nerves on the bottom of your foot that like help with proprioception, with feeling, not just like feeling the ground, but like your stability, that feedback from the ground is super important.
Yes.
And I think like I've experienced a lot of ankle turns, and my physical therapist is like, we need to work on nerve activation on your foot. So this is super interesting to me.
100%. I have actually, at the moment, I have a broken ankle. So in April, I fell down some rocks and broke my ankle.
Jeez.
And getting the nervous system back and then the proprioception back is such an interesting work.
It's really interesting, yeah.
Walking barefoot and on the little mats. And
very
this shoe for us is
was this shoe like kind of inspired? Has it helped you do you use it for your broken ankle?
Now, yes. For the moment, I cannot run it still.
Like
so I
walking?
started running 2-3 weeks ago.
Okay.
So like,
Oh, we're on the same trajectory here. I need the shoe
Yeah, we're like we need.
I need the shoe as soon as possible.
And there's-
100%.
My ankle is busted up too.
I would love to
Yeah.
you guys try it on because it's such a different feeling.
And there's no insole. So like this one, obviously you can take out
Yes.
the insole, and there's none in here to take out.
And this is part of the technology
Okay.
because imagine if the pistons are moving, but you put a midsole, you're kind of filtering it out.
Yeah.
So it is way more complicated to make a trail shoe without a sock liner or an insole.
Yeah.
So the engineering to get like the sock fit, that there's no irritation, there's no blistering, it was super complicated.
So this is basically a natural running shoe without being barefoot or
Yes.
on the ground.
Do you
If
know
you're
the
putting-
stack? Yeah. Do you know stack heights on this?
Yes, or I would have to check it up, but it's 30. Well, I'll check it up the numbers
Yeah.
for you, but it's not a minimal stack,
Okay.
and that's exactly the point, because we can get the whole proprioception, but it can be a little firm and you can feel it too much. We wanted to get the best of both worlds. How can we get cushioning in and get a bit of the proprioception out?
Yeah.
That's when we felt, this is a new tech for us. Still the mechanical engineering that Cloud Tech is, but just in a different way. That's why we call it Cloud Tech Connect.
Love that.
So that's the way we call it in the tech, because it connects you back to the trail. You are aware where you are. So it would be really interesting if we would go outside and you would run like gravel road, and then you start to start like little pebbles outside, and then you like a little dirt road, and then back to the road. You kind of feel through your foot the transition of the terrain.
Yeah.
And the shoe is super flexible. It moves everywhere with your foot. So it's a very good rotation to fast, pushing the miles in, putting a lot of training in. Nice, go to the forest cape, take an easy run, and
This upper is like sock-like up here, but throughout it's definitely. I mean, it's so different than this. What is the upper material?
That's a super interesting question. So it's a one-piece construction, and the challenge here was build a shoe without a sock liner or without an insole, and as minimal stitching as we can have. We want the flexibility and the softness of the midsole to move together with your foot, and we wanted the upper to move together with your foot as well. So we wanted literally a second skin. So this is how this upper is built. If you see, there's like one minimal stitch line here and a few minimal stitch lines here, and that's it. So it's a one-piece woven. This is high abrasion, trail running tested, quick drying, all the elements of a technical trail running shoe construction, but then on a single layer, without a lining, without a sock liner, without an insole, a little bit of padding on the heel, only where needed. And on the tongue, we engineer the padding with the engineering of the tongue. So if you look at it in the inside, there's some padding engineered inside to it.
That's awesome. And when can we expect this on people's feet, and for how much?
So that will be in 2026. So you're gonna have it ready by 26. And the price point in the US, that is $180.
Okay.
And all the colorways are kind of this neutral, earthy tone colorways, because connect to nature. That's the story.
Love it.
I love
True to
that.
brand.
Now, we're not quite done yet, because I heard there's another shoe that we don't have with us that we can talk about. Do you want to tell us a little brief snippet about that?
There's two other shoes in this family that is coming out of this tech. So one is a bit of a transitioning to the hiking world, and so this tech, and being aware, being conscious about where you're running, why not bring it to the hike world? And there's a recovery version of that shoe as well for, if you run 172 kilometers, you might want to step into a soft recovery shoe as well. So that is also coming in a little later in the year.
Okay.
Plus two other trail runners, but they'll be still prototyping it, so it'll be too rough.
We'll talk next year?
Yes, please.
Okay.
100%.
Well, thank you so much, Henny. Really exciting that on continuing to push the pedal in trail.
Thank you so much, and love to try them on with you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.